Okay. So first, guys, before we do our math activity today, I just want to check in and just do a quick zone check with you guys and see how you're all doing. So as you know, green, thumbs up, feeling good, feeling focused, feeling like you're ready to learn. Blue zone, tired, sad, distracted, worried, nervous, maybe need a little boost or pick me up. Yellow zone, feeling nervous, anxious, overly excited. Red zone would be somebody like, alert, alert, we're having a crisis, but I can see that nobody's doing that just yet. Okay, so I see Dylan wrote in the chat. I'm seeing a lot of thumbs up and thumbs to the side. Angel, Amelia, Gideon, Haley, could you guys just share your zone for me, please? Okay, good. I'm seeing a lot of green zones today. That's awesome. And then some blue zones. I don't think I'm seeing anybody with yellow zone today. Okay, so Amelia, can you show me what yours is, or can you type it in the chat for me? Anybody interested in sharing why their zone is the way it is today? I see Mesa, Alyssa, thank you. We'll start with you guys. And then Michaela, if you'd like to share after that. Okay, go ahead, Mesa.
Okay, well, I'm in the yellow and the blue zone, so that's why I was doing this, because I was like, that.
I like
I'm
that.
a little bit fidgety and distracted today, but I'm also kind of like alert to what's going on around me.
Great.
I'm kind of tired, but not as tired as usual. And I'm kind of excited for today for some reason.
Awesome. So do you feel like you guys are starting to adjust to waking up at school time again? And is that sort of helping? A lot of times when we've been in the blue zone, a lot of us have been feeling tired. Are we starting to adjust to getting up for school again? A little bit? Okay. Well, I'm glad you're kind of in those different zones, Mesa, and I'm glad you're feeling good today. Pretty good. Awesome. All right, who's next? Alyssa and then Michaela.
I'm in the green zone. I'm like not really tired, but like I'm like ready for the day.
Awesome. Thanks. Michaela.
I'm in the green zone, but I'm also a little bit tired. I didn't get much sleep last night, but I got good sleep.
Okay.
So, I am in the green zone. I'm ready for the day.
Good. I'm glad. Okay, Mesa's saying she can't hear me very well. Mesa, if you need to, you can shut off your camera and see if that helps with the audio, okay? Is there anyone else who is interested in sharing what zone they're in today? I'm in the green zone today. I feel like I am ready to go. I'm feeling like I'm really happy about the weather having warmed up, and I'm really excited because today after school I get to go to my first Zumba class. So I've been trying to get outside and do some exercise every day after school because I feel like we're sitting down a lot and staring at the screen a lot. So I'm really excited to get to go to my exercise class, and some of my other teacher friends like Mrs. Jerome are going to come too. So that should be really fun. Okay, anybody else interested in sharing before we move on? Andy, thanks. Can you adjust your camera so we can see a little better?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'd say I'm in the green zone. I'm feeling really good about today. I did a little meditation this morning, so I'm feeling really positive, and I can't wait to learn.
That's awesome. Thanks, Andy. You know, I'm glad you said that about meditation because sometimes in class, what we'll get to do are some like mindful moments when we either need to refocus or when we're feeling stressed out. And that's one of the things I was actually going to say today, believe it or not. I think you read my mind, is that we're going to try something that might be a little bit challenging for us today, like we've been talking about, watching those Joe Bowler YouTube videos, right? That challenge is important. So we're going to do something that might be challenging for us today, but if we need to, we could do a mindful moment to kind of like help us if we start to feel frustrated. So if that happens, let me know and we can kind of like stop and do that too when we're doing the activity. I also just want to remind you guys that I can share my screen for a quick minute. As we get to later in our session, remember to be thinking about your quart. So I'm hoping that at least once a week, I'd like everybody to be able to share with me after class. So I think what I might do is instead of just doing our quart out loud, where you either share a question, an understanding, an apology, restate something you learned, or thank someone. Maybe at least once a week, I might actually have you fill out a Google form and send it to me so that I can kind of track how you're feeling, because I know that sometimes people share at the end, but other times people keep it to themselves. So I think at least once a week, we'll try to get into the habit of filling out a quart Google form. So I have feedback and reflection from all of you at least once a week. Okay, so I'm not going to make the Google form today, but we will just share it out loud today, and then hopefully tomorrow, maybe Friday would be a good time to do that end of week written reflection, and you can kind of send me a quart about the whole week. So we'll try to start that tomorrow. Maybe you guys can remind me if I forget, okay? So we have been reading in Community Read what book? Michaela.
Lions of Little Rock.
Lions of Little Rock, okay. And so even though this is our math class, as you know, Marley, the main character in Lions of Little Rock, actually has some ways that she helps herself to stay calm and to kind of overcome some of the anxieties that she's having about public speaking and other things. So what are some of the ways that you remember Marley keeping herself calm and focused in Lions of Little Rock? So think for like 15 seconds. And then give me a thumbs up if you can think of one way that one strategy that Marley uses to keep herself calm or stay focused. I'm going to look for some volunteers in just a minute. So Amy, Haley, Angel, Dylan. Somebody has dropped off, it looks like. I see Mesa's raising her hand. Great. Okay, so let's share some of the strategies we see her using. So I'm going to go with Mesa and then Spencer and then Andy, Alyssa, Michaela, it looks like, if you guys don't share. So go ahead. Mesa, what's one strategy Marley uses?
She would count, I don't remember what kind of numbers she would count with, but she would count numbers until she would feel calm again.
Okay. Does anybody remember the kind of numbers that she's counting? Yeah, Dylan just typed it in there. Prime numbers. So she's counting prime numbers. So we are going to focus on that math concept, not today, but tomorrow and later next week, where we're going to learn a little bit more about prime and composite numbers. And remember when we had that which one doesn't belong number talk last week? We actually hit on prime and composite numbers, and we talked about that. What was one thing you learned from that about prime and composite numbers? Does anybody remember? It was kind of like the big mystery of the day that we solved. Andy, I'm going to let you answer because that was kind of your idea that day.
Yeah, I found out that 1 is not a prime or composite number.
That's right. Do you remember why?
Because 1 is not an even number, and its multiple is 1 itself, and its factor is 1 itself. Everything's 1, so it's not a prime or a composite number.
That's right, because since 1 only had one factor, we remember that prime numbers have, can you show me with your fingers? Prime numbers have how many factors? Does anybody remember? 2. Michaela, you're right. Andy, good job. Joey, I saw you say that too. So, and Amy, thank you. So it has 2 factors, 1 in itself if you're a prime number, and then composite numbers are made up of more than 2 factors. So we'll come back to that next week. What's another way that Marley keeps herself calm? Another strategy she uses in the book. A few more came up even in chapters like 12, 13, 14, where she was with her friend Liz and her sister Judy. Michaela?
Talking through her problems.
Okay, so talking through her problems with people, even like their maid, what's her name? Betty Ann, and other people.
Betty Jean.
Betty Jean, thank you. Oh, good, here comes Amelia back in. Let's see, Alyssa, did you remember another way she keeps herself?
I was going to say that she counted by prime numbers,
okay.
But...
Good. Anybody have another idea of ways she keeps herself focused? Joey, I think that's a little distracting if you don't mind. Thank you. Michaela, you're raising your hand again. Any other ideas before we go back to Michaela? Think about Liz. What's something that Liz maybe gave to her that is helping her? Okay, I see Michaela. I appreciate you, Michaela. Let's see, is there anybody else who has an idea? Gideon, thank you.
Oh, Liz gave her a talisman.
A talisman, that's right. And what was that talisman? Do you remember, Mesa? I saw that you had raised your hand too.
It was a feather.
Yes. And so how did that talisman, how did that feather help Amelia? Not Amelia. How did that help Marley? What do you think, Michaela?
It makes her feel brave. It's like her luck charm.
Yeah,
Good
it's like
luck
a little
charm.
good luck charm helping her. Alyssa, you have something to add there?
Like it gives her a boost of confidence.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I really love these ideas that it kind of comes back to what we've been talking about in mathematics too, right? That what do you need to do in mathematics? What are some of the messages that we've heard from Joe Bowler? Those videos we watched.
Believe in yourself.
Believe in yourself. What else? Go ahead and just say it if you have an idea.
Slow and steady wins the race, pretty much.
That's right. Speed is not important. Amelia, it's okay that you got kicked off. I'm glad that you're back. And Dylan, you too. Thanks for just popping off and popping back in. So believe in yourself. Speed is not important. What about challenge?
Yeah, struggle is important.
Yeah, struggle is important. Remember, if it's not hard, you're not really learning. Alyssa.
Like because normal people would like find an easy problem that they already know, and you're not really learning anything from it.
That's
So
right.
challenge yourself. You're just learning more.
Yeah, if you challenge yourself, you're learning more. And last one, Michaela.
There isn't a math person.
That's
There is
right.
no such thing as a math person.
That's right. There's no such thing as a math person. Why? Go ahead, Michaela.
Because everyone learns differently. Some people learn faster than others, and some people just learn slower, and they go at a slower pace, which is totally fine. They're both learning. So there is no such thing as a math person.
Right. And remember, I think the idea too is that even if you don't think you're good at math, even if you don't think you're a math person, you can become a math person. Everyone could be a math person, right? Because it involves your effort, your teachers. It involves the sort of things that you're exposed to. Angel, it looks like you are starting to drift off on us there. So can you maybe sit up nice and tall and let's try to stay focused, okay? One of the things that I'm going to actually ask you guys to do over the next couple of days too is I actually want you to do a self-evaluation about what do you think your strengths are in mathematics and what do you think you need support with in mathematics. So we're going to do some self-assessments and share them with me because that's really important for me to know. So Angel, what's something that you think you're good at in mathematics? Everybody has something that they're good at. So when you think about math that you know that you can do, everybody think about that idea. What's something that you know you're good at in mathematics, or something that you know, if my teacher gave me a problem like this, I'd be ready to go. So I'm interested in hearing from Angel, Haley, and Amy on this one. So tell me something that you feel like, I'm good at this. I know I've got it. And remember, it doesn't have to be like a particular topic. Like I see that Haley, thanks Haley, she wrote in, I'm good at algebra. I love that. So algebra is kind of like riddles with numbers, right, that we have to solve. I'm glad that you feel like you're good at that. And Amy just typed in multiplication. I love that. So if you don't feel like you're good at a math topic, I bet, oh good, fractions too. I love this. We're kind of remembering a lot of the sort of topics that we've done in mathematics. What else does mathematics involve? Is it only like writing things down and using numbers, or could you be good at something else too? Mesa?
Well, I actually didn't mean to raise my hand.
Oh, okay.
Well, but the question before that, I was gonna say
Mhm.
I am kind of good at algebra once I get a hang of what problems we're doing.
That's awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. So, Angel, do you have something that you feel like you're good at? Okay. I bet you're really good at some stuff in math. What about, Angel, what are some of the ways that we can share our thinking in mathematics that we've been talking about? Do you only have to use numbers, or is there another way that you could share your thinking, Angel? You're not sure. Could anybody help Angel Spencer, do you remember any ways that we could show our thinking in mathematics, or Joey?
Yeah, what was it?